Hi, welcome to my kitchen. My name is Sophie Preston. I'm with Learning and Development for OMES, and today I'm going to teach you how to make scones. Okay, so any British woman will tell you that you've got to start with a cup of tea. So we put the PG tips in the cup, pour in your boiling water, let the tea bag steep a little bit, looking good, not too long. And then the main ingredient is of course milk. Get that tea bag out. There we go. That is a bloody good cup of tea. Now we can begin. So one thing I do is I educate, and I'm going to let you know the ingredients for scones. It's actually really simple. We've got 450 grams of self-raising flour. You must use like an electronic scales. Cups, not an accurate measurement. We've got real butter, that's Irish butter, and we've got about 100 grams of that. Then I've got caster sugar, that is more finely ground than the sugar that you're probably used to, and we've got 50 grams of that. I've got 2 tablespoons of baking powder, a couple of eggs, and then we're going to throw in a splash of milk as well, and that is quite simply the ingredients for scones. Alright, so one really important fact that you need to know about making scones is it's a really messy job. What I have in here is all the dry ingredients, and then I've got the cold butter, and you've got to roll your sleeves up and just get stuck in. This method is called rubbing, and we're basically going to rub these in between your fingers, all these ingredients, until it resembles breadcrumbs. Okay, so what we have here is our ingredients that do resemble breadcrumbs, and I just whisked up the 2 eggs, and then I poured in milk to 300 milliliters. So this is the liquid that we're going to pour in the middle. I just made a little hole there. I'm not going to use all the mixture, and that's a really good trick because I want to have some left to brush the tops with so that they can be all shiny and delicious when they come out. So everything that we do making scones is done with our hands, and as you can see, this is quite a job, but it's got to be done, not for the faint-hearted. What we have now is like a ball of dough, and I've just been kind of lightly kneading it, not very hard, it's not bread. So I'm going to tip it out onto a lightly floured surface. Alright, so I'm just going to lightly flour my rolling pin as well, and then what you're looking for is like elasticity. Alright, when you roll it out, you'll notice that it kind of bounces back when you roll it. That means we're looking good. Okay, so I cut 4. Usually with this recipe, I'll get about 6 really big scones. I think it's kind of like go big or go home. So they are round, and I use the biggest cutting size that I have. And then with the leftover, you just knead it again, just lightly. We really don't want to over knead this dough. And just get as many as you can. Like I said, I get about 6 big ones. So as you can see, it's absolute chaos, but that's just part of the experience. The leftover milk and egg, you're just going to brush lightly over the top there. I really recommend that you have some sort of baking sheet underneath, because otherwise you can ruin your pan when your splatter kind of gets baked. Alright, so a preheated oven is always critical. You want it to be nice and hot when you put the scones in so that they can activate straight away. And I have it on 390 degrees Fahrenheit. For those Brits watching, that's 200 degrees centigrade. So I'm going to pop them into the middle shelf there, and it's going to take about 13 minutes, and you can watch it do its magic. If you didn't already finish your cup of tea, it's perfect time for you to do that while you're sort of cleaning up the kitchen. Okay, it's the moment of truth. We are ready to take them out. Oh my gosh, they look so good. Once your scones are cool, plate them up and pair them with clotted cream and strawberry jam. So there's quite a debate about what comes first, the clotted cream or the jam. Well, the truth is it's just preference. Whatever you like is the way that you should do it. My personal preference is to dollop the cream on like that and spread it around a little bit. Oh, my mouth's watering. And then get a nice big heap of jam and pop that right on top there. Ooh, it's looking good. So here we have it, an original scone Mary Berry's recipe with clotted cream and strawberry jam on. And for anyone that's watched the Great British Bake Off, the camera people always get the first bite.